The Fixed Party Trials have finally made their way into Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, and they have some insanely juicy rewards out there for you guys to get. Today we're going to be going over some very, very easy strategies, step-by-step guide, because of the way that the Fixed Party Trials are presented for you guys to follow to get all of the missions done in a single battle. We're going to be going over both the Maw of the Malice as well as the Essence of Despair. Now, the Essence of Despair is the first one we're going to be covering here, and this is going to allow you to defeat the Essence of Despair for a 5-star guaranteed EX ticket. Beating it without any ally being KO'd is 500 Lapis. A chain of 65 or more in a single turn nets you a 10+1 summon ticket, and using no limit burst is going to give you a 50% trust Moogle. This battle is going to be against an enemy, and here's your team: CG Darkfina, CG Charlotte, Adventurer Locke, CG Terra, and Myra. This battle is the easier of the two in my opinion, and it's pretty straightforward as long as you follow this step-by-step procedure. Now, on turn 1 here, as we load in, we're going to use Locke's I'll Protect You. This is going to break the enemy by a substantial margin and allow you to live much more easily. Charlotte's just going to use her traditional AoE magic cover ability to start tanking that magic damage for your team. Myra is going to use her intro ability as well as her Roaring Crowd ability in the same turn for some general mitigation as well as some stat buffs for your party. Darkfina is going to use her triple cast ability. You're going to use End of Paradise first, and then you're going to use 2 uses of Red Demise. Terra is going to quadruple cast, and then in this order, you're going to use Complete Magical Activation, followed by 2 uses of Chaos Flare 2, and then you're going to end it with Madwin's Hope. You can go ahead and use this with Darkfina. You can get some nice chains off with the Chaos Flare 2 and the Red Demise on this turn to poke the boss for a decent amount of damage. Turn 2, you're looking at using a Hazy Step on Locke for the AoE Mirage to block additional damage, and then Terra and Darkfina are both going to do some substantial damage this turn. You're going to use 4 uses of Red Demise with Darkfina and 4 uses of Chaos Flare 2 with CG Terra. This is going to give you a 63 chain if you chain this properly, so you're going to be just shy of the 65 chain to get that mission completed. What you're going to do is, while those attacks are going off and chaining with each other, you're just going to auto attack with Myra as well as Sacred Shield Charlotte. This will put you up by a couple of hits in there above that 65 chain. You don't have to worry about chaining anything else, just the 2 characters that are doing the magic damage with Terra and Darkfina. This is also going to do a substantial amount of damage to the boss if you get this chain off. Aim for the Spark Chains. That's always going to be your highest damage with any chaining family in FFBE. And this is going to take us into turn 3. Turn 3 is going to be Red Demise and Chaos Flare 2. Again, you'll be able to use 4 uses of Red Demise. You'll only be able to use 3 uses of Chaos Flare. The boss is going to have a very, very minimal amount of HP, though, at this point. And you're just going to finish this boss off, and he's going to hard lock at 1 HP. Don't worry about that. It's going to go to his turn, and he's going to AoE MP absorb you, and then he's just going to kind of fade away into nothingness. You've beaten the Essence of Despair. You've completed all of the missions with this 1, 2, 3 turn step rotation, guys. So congratulations out there, and let's get on to the Maw of Malice. The Maw of Malice is going to have us use a different party, and we're going to have a slightly different sub-quests here for the reward. Defeating the Maw of Malice is still going to give us that 5-star guaranteed EX ticket. 5 or more limit bursts is going to give us 500 Lapis. No white magic here is going to give us a 10+1 summon ticket, and then dealing ice, lightning, and water damage to an enemy will net you a 50% trust Moogle. This fight is going to test how well you know how to wait for an opportunity to strike in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. It's going to test the uses of these characters, which are going to be Eldor King Rain, Lucas, Lena, Summer, Lid Infina, and Mastermind Zahn. So you're going to have to be a little bit of a mastermind to figure this one out, how much damage mitigation you can use, when it's best to go in for the final kill to do that big damage. Don't worry, guys. I have your back once again. Turn 1 is going to start in this fashion. Lucas is going to use his Mythical Sanctuary for his magic AoE cover plus magic mitigation in the same turn. Lena is going to use Mystical Telluric Waters and Heavenly Healing Waters for those nice break/status ailment resists. Lidenfina is going to Lovely Water for the water imbue on your team, and then follow that up with Summer Sun for some nice imperils. Rain is going to Spark Saber, Grandshot Saber in Complete Awakening on this turn. Zahn is simply going to use Thief in the Night and Lethal Virus ×2. You'll have Poke the Boss a little bit for damage this turn. Nothing crazy though, but you will have done the Water damage mission due to Lovely Water and the Lightning damage mission due to Rain's Spark Saber. As we move into turn 2 here, Lucas is going to use Guardian Ice on either Rain or Zahn. It does not matter. This is going to give them that Ice imbue. So at the end of this turn, you'll have finished the Ice damage mission for this battle, and that mission is going to be complete. But Lucas is also going to use Ethereal Core this turn as well. So Guardian Ice plus Ethereal Core with Lucas. Lena is going to use Heavenly Healing Waters and Warm Waters Embrace. Led and Fina are going to use Ultimate Siesta as well as Beach Parasol. Rain is going to use 3 uses of Force Saber, and Zahn is going to use 3 uses of Lethal Virus. This should get the boss pretty far down to his threshold. If not soon enough, you will be there. Turn 3, Lucas is going to use his Limit Burst, and Lid and Fina is going to use their Limit Burst. Lena this turn is going to use Genuine Generosity, so if your characters do not have their Limit Bursts quite yet, Lena is going to be able to allow them to get that Limit Burst off. If your characters do have their Limit Bursts, use that Limit Burst first, and then use Genuine Generosity afterwards. As you can see in the footage here, one of my characters had Limit Burst, one of them didn't. Vice versa may happen to you. Just go ahead and make sure those are all used this turn. Rain is going to use Force Saber, Grandshot Saber, and Energy Wall. Zahn is just going to go in here and use Lethal Virus up to 3 times. Turn 4, Lucas is going to go ahead and use his magic cover. We need to have that up so our units don't die. Lena's going to use Mystical, Telluric Waters, and Heavenly Healing Waters again this turn. Lid and Fiend are going to Water Fight, as well as a Beach Parasol. Rain uses Energy Wall here, and Zahn's going to Black Mirror the boss. Turn 5, Lucas is going to head and use Tri-Elemental Gift as well as Augmented Control. Lena is going to use her Limit Burst. Lid and Fina is going to use her Limit Burst. Rain is going to use Soul Blood and Complete Awakening. And then Zahn is finally going to use his Mastermind skills. He's going to Critical Mirror on Rain. This is going to allow him to copy some of Rain's very powerful buffs, including that Limit Burst damage buff. And then I'm going to use Mystical Mirror and then Projected Mirror with Zahn as well this turn. That's going to end our turn 5. Turn 6 is where things are going to start taking off. Lucas is going to use Gift of Wind, which is going to put a 120% imperil on the boss, as well as imbue everyone on your team with the power of Wind Element. Lena is going to use Mystical, Telic Waters, and Heavenly Healing Waters once again. Lid and Fina are going to use the Limit Burst, and then you're going to chain Rain and Zahn's Limit Bursts this turn. This is going to do an insane amount of damage to the boss and set you up to end the fight next turn. At the start of turn 7, you're going to have no MP. What you're going to want to do here is you should at this point have Lucas's Limit Burst. You're going to use Lucas Limit Burst, give your party 200 flat MP. You can follow this up with Lid and Fina using Beach Parasol ×2, and then Rain can just go ahead and Extra Saber, King Saber, Grand Shelt Saber, and Zahn can throw in Lethal Virus, although at this point Zahn probably can't do any damage, and Rain's just going to finish this boss off right then and there, and that's going to be this fight. All missions completed in one single battle. No white magic. We got the elementals down. We did everything here. So we've beaten this boss for you guys there. So hopefully this helped you guys out. If you want to see more stuff like this, more content, let me know down below what you think about the fixed battle system, as well as what you think the third battle is going to be. Remember, there is a third one. It's supposed to be the hardest one. It's not out yet, but it is coming, guys. If you want to see more stuff, subscribe button is on your page to the right of the video. Make sure notifications are on so you get content when it does come out ASAP, such as this. Stay safe out there, guys. Hopefully you had a great holiday weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next one.